You are tuning in to John Pierre and Mary's fun-loving, crazy, and honest podcast.
If it don't smell bad, it must be clean.
Unequally Yoked, where any and every topic, life,
Marriage.
I'll go first because I have something to say.
Uh-oh.
kids, and entrepreneurship are up for discussion.
How does Mary, a pastor's daughter,
And John, a guy who rarely saw the inside of a church growing up, get together
No.
and stay together.
We all have roles.
what does life look like 10 plus years into marriage?
2 kids and trying to run a family business.
How do we keep this nest egg from cracking?
What you mean?
Listen in to Unequally Yoked as we dive in to give a man
Next. And woman's perspective
Somebody back me up on
Nobody.
to all the topics married folks are talking about.
this. Are you ready?
Let's do this, boo. Hey guys, welcome back to our season finale of Unequally Yoked with John Pierre and Mary.
hey.
Oh, we want to start off with a DJ horn
And
and a little something special in my coffee this morning.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's that season. It's that time where you put a little something in your coffee.
I feel like it can always be that season.
Well, there it is. But it's a holiday season. We're gearing up for Christmas.
Yes.
We have so much going on as we just started filming our show, Texas Two-Step.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
I'm very happy to be filming again. I feel like we missed it. It's glad to see the crew back. It's good to be back in the saddle.
Yes, indeed. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to give you guys kind of like a behind the scenes of what goes on our show. And we've had some questions. People ask me all the time if they see me out at Target, which is usually where I am because that's my club.
Target.
That's where adults go to hang out these days. We don't, when you were kids, you went to the mall.
No, I didn't go to the mall.
Oh, or the skating ring,
Nah, not really.
the movies.
Nope.
Where you went?
I was lame. I just went to the front yard and went to the ditch and played in the ditch.
That's really sad. And we apologize in advance for the chirping of our smoke detector. It's going to be really annoying as it's been waking me up at night. Hint, hint, John, calling you out in front of all these people.
I don't apologize.
Wow. Well, we had such a great season filming this podcast, and we
Yes.
talked about a lot of things that I feel like have got us to this episode. We started out talking about the casting announcement,
Yep.
trying to get people to come on board with us and represent Houston. And guess what? We're still talking about casting.
We do have quite a few, but I think there's a couple slots left. So we are definitely looking for people who have their houses or are looking to sell their house.
Well, let's give a breakdown of what the show is about. Like Texas
Gotcha.
Two-Step. There are 2 steps. Step 1.
Step 1, we're going to help you get your house ready to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And
So what does that require?
Sometimes that requires staging. Sometimes that requires, fixes here and there, something to kind of make your house stand out from everything around it.
Because you've been living in it. You've been living in your house, so you probably need some paint touch-ups.
Something. You need some.
Especially if you have children.
If your house looks like our house, you need a lot. So,
don't say a lot. Don't scare them. When we say a lot, meaning paint goes a long way.
Well, I'm just saying, if you are in our house, you need a lot. But if you're in your house, which is much cleaner and nicer than ours, then
Hold up now. My house is clean. Don't do me like that.
Well, it's clean, but it's messy because we have 2 kids. Like it's always in a state of mess. There's always something we're cleaning up, right? Is that not the truth?
We clean.
We do. I cleaned this morning. Can you get a DJ horn? We need some sort of what do we need over the top of that? We need some sort of
a shade tree. I love how they want, and I say they.
Who is they?
The men's.
Oh, okay.
They want applause for when they do something.
I'm not asking for applause.
But you're saying, like, I cleaned up this morning.
I did clean up this morning.
But what did I do? What did I do while you were cleaning?
You were taking the kids to school.
And I was going to Sam's and getting us food and nourishment and soap and deodorant and mouthwash.
I didn't ask for applause.
That gets ignored, by the way. he
everyone, we need an applause for Mary and the things that she did this
I don't
morning.
need applause. I get my own. I pat myself. We're getting off subject. This is what happens. It's too fresh. It's too fresh. Maybe I should have waited later in the day. Oh Lord.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about step 1 of the show. I don't even understand.
Step 1, talk about how to clean your house.
No. Step 1 is we get your house ready for the market.
Yes.
And I'm not going to let
That was
John clown
hilarious.
my house. That's how we got on that, okay? Because my house is not messy. Just want to make that clear. And excuse our office, because he's usually in here, not me. Just so, yeah. Step 1.
Lord, that was great.
Back to step 1, Jen.
Oh, man. Step 1, we get your house ready to sell.
Christ.
And, man, it's like I have real tears in my eyes right now.
You're a mess.
So we get your house ready to sell. And
But what does that cost? Because when you said a lot, that's why I had to stop you on the lot thing.
Okay,
He's crying for real.
that was funny, man.
Because you don't want people to think like, man, I got to put up all this money in order to get my house ready to sell. Because sometimes it doesn't require a lot.
Yeah, so hopefully, I mean, if you're, it's just getting your house ready. Sometimes you need to have, like if in our house, we've painted our house like a rainbow of colors, and in today's market, people are looking for more neutral colors, things like that. So it's things that can kind of make your house, make it more marketable, more sellable. So it's paints, maybe it's updating your countertops, maybe it's changing out your backsplash, maybe it's
lighting,
and things like that. Just to kind of get it ready and make it stand out from everything around your, your neighborhood and stuff like that.
Flooring, maybe carpet, maybe your carpet is soiled, maybe it just needs to be cleaned. So that's what we come in and do. And John is able to assess the comps in the area so that he knows exactly like what we're going up against. And it's like, okay, if this house, all the houses around you have wood cabinets and are dark wood cabinets, then what we're going to do is paint your cabinets a different color. Like the point is to, make your house stand out from the rest.
Yes.
And just the staging is so much fun. It's beautiful.
It really makes a
all
difference.
The furniture comes from Elizabeth Cole, and they're just so gracious enough to let us come in and hand pick all of the materials that go into in the furnishings that go into the house.
Yeah. So that's step 1.
Mm-hmm.
Did we cover that one?
We cover step 1. We take care of everything. You do nothing other than, yes, you have to sign it, write a check.
Gotta write a check.
Gotta write a check.
But in the end, the hope is that what we do is going to bring value to your house.
Right.
So that in the end you get the max value that's out there for your house.
Give an example. So say you need $9,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
Then the hope is that you get that money back plus some.
Plus some. Yeah. Whenever you go to sell the house. So, hopefully every dollar that you spend is going to increase the value of your house and in the end make you money versus just spending money. So that's definitely the goal, is to get you top dollar for your house and figuring out what is the most economic way to get your house set apart from the market. But still marketable in the sense that a lot of people will see it and have want to buy it. So
while I'm doing all the work at step 1, what are you doing, John?
apparently not very much. But
step 2.
Step 2 is helping you find the house that's going to be the house of your dreams, and then us renovating that house to make it the house of your dreams. So sometimes, again, that it all varies. It all depends. Sometimes you're buying a house that doesn't really need a lot, but maybe there's one or two things that you really want to make it work for you when you're in your situation. And so, or maybe you're buying a dumpster juice firehouse that needs to be totally renovated.
We like dumpster juice, apparently. He even though he said in the beginning of the season he was going to do Hamilton references, I'm pretty certain we've heard this dumpster juice reference.
Yes.
Probably 3 or 4 times already.
Everyone likes dumpster juice.
Dumpster juice, fire, and what else is it? You always say dumpster juice, fire,
Train wreck.
Train wreck.
There's always a train wreck. So
If you like those kind of houses, we do those houses too.
Right. So then it's just helping you make the house that you buy, your next house, your step 2 house, the house of your dreams. Essentially is what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
so,
a larger budget, kind of
Yeah.
on a larger scale. So
Yeah.
if there's a house that you buy and you're like, oh, I hate the kitchen, we would update the kitchen. If you're like, I want a backyard oasis, then we would do that. You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on, you know, what your family's needs are. And you know what it is that you have been dreaming about. If this is like your dream home, or if you're even downsizing, you know, whatever your scenario is, we would love to share your story and be on TV, represent H-Town.
Put it
And
on
yes,
the TV.
that's something people ask me. Is it only in Houston? Yes,
well, yes, the Houston area.
Houston area.
Yeah. So, you know,
Pearland,
Katy, Pearland, Bel Air, Spring, Sugarland,
Stafford,
Richmond,
the
the Woodlands, Conroe, you know, Tomball,
It's like a shout out of
Humble, Kingwood,
well, I don't know about Tascasita.
Tascasita.
That's real far.
No, it's not that far.
Love it.
We're at Cypress, going through all the yeah.
Are we
That's
going?
pretty much it.
Are we going to New Caney? That's kind of far.
That's
huh?
far. That's far.
That's kind of far.
Try not to go.
Just
to
wanted
New
to wanted to say New Caney, just so
Yeah.
y'all don't feel left out.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
real far.
Texas City,
Texas City,
Clear Creek.
Ooh,
It's a bunch of,
Clear Lake. That's
Clear
real
Lake,
far.
that's
We can't
far,
we
too.
can't come to King with y'all.
Friendswood. There's a lot of.
Or maybe we could.
Pasadena.
Maybe we could.
I forgot
Pasadena.
Pasadena.
Ooh, that's far
I
too.
almost forgot about Pasadena. So
Isn't that far?
that's not too bad. It's closer than, you know, like Clear Lake. Clear Lake is far.
Clear Lake is far,
It's far.
especially for us.
For us.
We'll have to stay in town somewhere.
We'll
Have to stay midway because
Yeah.
we're all the way in Champions.
Yeah,
And
we're
for
far
those
north.
of you who don't know where that is, one of my friends said that we live in Pluto.
Mm.
So, which we found out is that not a planet anymore? Or
It is when I grew up, so I don't know what status it has now.
I feel
but-
like they have said that Pluto is no longer a planet. Someone can fact check me on that. Or that it's no longer the furthest planet. I don't know.
I don't know. And when I grew up, Pluto was a planet. I don't know if it's changed.
It's literally one of the only planets I know. I think there's like Saturn. Is it Uranus?
Uranus,
Is Neptune one?
Neptune.
Or did I make that up?
I don't know. It
Did I
sounds
say
like,
Saturn?
sounds like a planet.
Earth?
Earth, Mars, Venus,
Oh,
Mercury,
Mars, Venus, Mercury.
Jupiter, Saturn.
We've said Saturn 3 times.
Have we said Saturn already? Neptune.
So how many okay, this is what happens to us. We get sidetracked. But yeah, I think there's one more planet. So if we can fact check that, that would be kind of fun.
Be
and cool.
nice.
Yes. So step 1 and step 2 equals Texas 2-step.
Yes.
That's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope title to explain exactly what we're doing.
It is cool. It's really cool. It has Texas in it,
And there's 2 steps.
and there's 2 steps.
There's step 1 and step 2.
It's amazing how whenever you come up with a name and it's just so simple because it's exactly what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing in the kitchen? Oh, I'm putting food in a pan. You're cooking. We call it cooking.
Can we get a boo? Boo. Okay, John. It's okay. So what are some, do you get people that ask you questions like what happens behind the scenes? Like what's, I guess when, I hate to use the word what's real, but like what, do you get people, do people ask you things? I get a lot of questions.
People don't really ask me a lot of questions.
They
People
ask me like, do I like the cameras and how do I feel about, being filmed and stuff like that. People don't see you out and approach you and ask you stuff.
I don't
Wow.
get those questions.
I get asked.
all those
People
things.
come to me, which I love. I love talking to people.
I know you do.
Maybe you're not approachable.
I
You're always
think-
in a hurry.
I think that's probably what it is that I'm just, no one thinks I'm approachable and no one likes me.
I don't know if that's the case. Where you be at? Yeah.
I don't know.
You be in Home Depot?
No, I don't. You have all kinds of stories of people asking you questions. I don't know, for whatever, people just don't approach me, and that's fine. I don't mind the lack of
I be
celebrity
in
that
Hobby
you have.
Lobby. I be in Target, Home Depot, at home, store.
Everywhere. Target. You said Target, didn't you?
That's my home away from home.
That's your home. Yeah, but I mean, no. I think in general, but when people do ask me questions, which isn't very often. They do ask what it's like to be, in front of a camera.
What's your answer?
Literally, my answer is the same. It's just like life. The only difference is that we have to do things multiple times. So like, but I always say, I honestly don't know why we're on TV. I haven't figured it out yet. So
we're still trying to figure out why us.
I was upstairs thinking to myself, like, people, whenever you watch HGTV or you watch whatever show when they're showing houses and the realtors, they always look nice. They're dressed up nice and they look nice. And
you look nice today. Look at you. You efforted.
I guess. But I was like, the main thing I was saying to myself, because since I have to go film today,
you have on jeans. That is the most. Let me tell you something.
No, let me tell you what I said to myself. Like, literally,
I got on jeans
if I put on anything else nice, I'm going to a wedding. Like, that's how nice this is for me. Normally, I would just have on some sweats and a shirt.
They know. They've seen our podcast and they see what you wear.
They know how I am. So that's the question. The answer for me is like it's actually cool because we haven't had to effort to do anything different to be in front of the cameras.
Well, I think that's also a credit to our production company, Red Arrow. Like, they've never asked us to be anything other than ourselves. We don't see the show beforehand, so you're not able to like make corrections in a sense, like, I don't like how I sound or how I look there or what have you. And it's like, no, we are just living life. We're working, and then we have this amazing crew.
The crew is really good.
That make us feel comfortable too. So it's not like, it's like, yes, there's a camera there. As I took a picture yesterday, and I'll share it with you guys on here. I was putting the decal on these stairs, and I looked up because I didn't know where the cameras were because I'm working, and I looked up and I saw James sitting on the toilet, and he's like watching you well run. He's got the camera and he's like sitting on the toilet, and I'm just like, I just cracked up laughing because I'm like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, but it's just hilarious to me,
It's definitely, it's funny. We look at different, we look at all of TV differently now, right? That's number one. But it's funny whenever we see, like, for me, it's definitely funny whenever I look at TV and you see like all of the award shows and stuff like that, and how everyone's all dressed up and all pretty and stuff like that. And all I just think about is how much unfun stuff they had to go through to get ready for those moments. Like how
for you, it's all about the clothes. Like, you just don't want to be uncomfortable. Right. Is that what it is?
I don't want to be uncomfortable. And so just knowing like all the people that went into making that moment happen for them, and how
I see what you're saying. What I'm saying. Like when the acceptance speech, like you get it now. When they go up and be like, "Oh my God, we have to thank our crew." And you get it when you have such an amazing group of people, and now we see what it takes.
Right, exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying it takes a lot of things, and it takes a lot of normal things. It's not like there really isn't a glam outside of what you see on the camera looks glamorous, but everything that made that glamour moment happen is not glamorous. It's just
there's like someone standing by with paper towels for John, who's like sweating profusely, like they're patting my nose. I'm like, I can't help it, I sweat. We're physically working.
So it's like it's not glamorous. It's just real life.
Sometimes we forget to drink water.
Oh yeah.
So we'll come back on, to work the next day, and we're just like, listen, guys, we all have to do better with the water.
Gotta drink water.
But it's nice to have someone there who's like, well, I can get you water. You just have to ask, but you're working. You know. So it really does take. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, and we're on the smaller scale of things. So I was watching, which I always look at The Rock and what he's doing. If you're some man, whatever. We don't want to do that today.
We don't want to do all that today.
But he's always just so appreciative of his crew.
Yes, he is.
And he gives like these speeches and whatnot. And he was like in the middle of the room, and it's like everybody was surrounded. It was like, I think 200 crew members, and I'm just like, oh my God, we have like, I don't know, 6 or 7, people, and he's got 200 people working on that crew. And to me, it's just like, now I get it. we're on, again, a smaller scale, but on that larger scale, why to go up and accept an award and be like, I
On
have to
behalf of
thank
all
my
these
crew.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. You see that? That's the proper way to cough.
Is that the proper way?
Not in your hands.
Ah.
Right here. Just so you know. You're welcome.
Your tip for the day. A life hack.
Yeah, fun fact of the day. Cough in there. Sneeze in there. Not in your hands where you touch everything in your face and everything.
Right.
But I guess I could have gone this way.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I caught it.
You did catch it. Maybe.
You think it like went around my elbow?
That's what I'm guessing. But
But yeah, we're really lucky to have such a great crew. And
yes, and so but
if
behind
you
the
got to
scenes,
work, you might as well work with people that
you like. Yes, indeed. So behind the scenes, it's not a lot of.
This is not glamorous.
It's just working.
Well, we also are doing a construction show, so the glamour part is at the end.
Yeah.
But leading up to it is just like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
As I'm tired today. Do I look tired?
She had a long day yesterday, so like that's a great example. Like yesterday, your day started you woke up at 5:15.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're at 5:15. Then you had to
get yourself ready. Get the kids ready.
I helped you get the kids ready, and then
he had to put that in there. He helped me get the kids ready.
She ain't gonna give.
He's always last.
No credit.
To get ready
Over here.
He does not have to do anything.
But we got the kids ready. Then we did, because I started them. I did. I think I finished Grayson, and I think you came in and finished Harper, whatever it was. Anyway, so you took the kids to.
I feel like you need an award. He wants an award so bad.
Somebody give me an award.
I got you. Here. Let me.
I'm gonna continue to talk about your thing. So,
it's a magnet.
Oh,
Here you go.
Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun. I'll leave that right here for everyone to know that this is my award.
This is his award.
My placeholder. So
a winning list team.
It's terrible. So I was about to say it's not much of an award right now. But that's okay. I still love the Texans. Go Texans.
Go Texans.
But yeah, so you woke up at 5:15, got yourself ready, got the kids ready. Then you went to take the kids to school, and then you went to start filming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you filmed. Yesterday was the reveal, so we did the reveal. I showed up a little bit later, but you were there early. And then you actually, we walked through and did the reveal for a house.
Then I had to break everything down.
Then you had to take everything down because they were coming to pick up a lot of the stuff. So you had to do that. Then you had to go back to the next house. And over there, you worked on that house, trying to get it ready for its reveal, which is next week. And then after you're done filming there, which is like at 4 o'clock or something like that, then you went back to the house you were at the beginning to make sure they took everything they needed to take and put the house back together so that the house was still...
The movers were there putting the furniture back, and then I put things in place just so it could still look staged. And
yep. And then you finished that like at 6 o'clock or so.
6:30.
6:30, and then you came home, and then you hopped on the computer. I saw you were working on emails and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I came home and ate dinner.
You ate home dinner, yep.
Which sucked all the life out of me because you know what? Them kids don't care that you work all day.
They don't care.
They don't care. And you got to give them the same amount of energy.
Yep. They expect it.
Yeah. But thank you for putting them to bed last night. Here's your award.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Go Texans.
Here's credit. Go Texans.
Go Texans.
So, it takes a lot. Like, even this podcast, we're constantly doing things. We're filming for our show.
Running a business.
We're running a business.
Being parents.
Being parents. And we really haven't made any time for each other. So I would think that's what our homework is on this season finale, is to, in the midst of all the things that we're doing, just make sure that you make time for yourself and you make time for your person. And, because there is time. We just have to create it.
Just got to create it. Got to put time aside.
And we're just, we're so grateful for this opportunity. And, we love being able to share it with you guys and give y'all like the behind the scenes and, what it takes.
Yep.
Which is what everything takes, I feel, which is hard work.
Man, did I say on the podcast last time what DJ JQ said?
What did he say?
He said you get to choose your hard.
Yeah, choose your hard.
Life is hard no matter what. You just get to choose it. I think it was something like you can It's
He's about to mess it up.
and I'm gonna butcher this, but it was just so good. It was something like you can choose to.
You can look it up,
I can. Oh, let me
or
see. Where's my phone?
we can post it here.
Yeah, maybe we can post it. But I gotta read it. It was such a good quote. I gotta make sure we shout out.
He's not gonna find it.
I am gonna find it. I promise you. Watch this. This is gonna be amazing. How good I am at technology.
Can we get some music going until he finds it? Oh my gosh. It was a long time ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
And are you sure it was him?
Yeah, I'm 100% it was JQ. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Here we go. Still can't find it. I mean,
No.
that was months ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
It's just resonated with you.
Yeah,
I
it resonated
feel.
so well. It was really, really good because.
Well, we get it. You
get
gotta
it.
choose your heart.
Yep.
Look, he still can't find it.
I'm gonna find it. Here we go. Bam.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
go.
Marriage is hard. Divorce is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your hard.
Mm-hmm.
Obesity is hard. Being fit is hard. Choose your hard. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is hard. Not communicating is hard. Choose your hard.
Yeah.
Life will never be easy.
Yeah.
It will always be hard.
Always be hard.
But we can choose our hard.
Yeah.
Pick wisely.
I love that. And I think
It's fantastic.
that's a good wrap up to this entire season. We've talked about, creating our new normal, which was hard.
Hard.
We've talked about, just what it takes for, your home design and staging and construction. It's hard work. We did a little flipping 101 with our friend Alan Ekpignon.
Alan!
And just all the struggles that it took, to get to that point. It was hard. They were walking door to door. They were doing a lot of hard work.
Yep.
And that's what it takes. Choose your heart. And as we go into 2021, you know what? At the end of the day, it is a new year. It's a fresh start. We may still be in, the circumstances that we are now as far as, the COVID situations and the precautions that we have to take. But you know what? Look on the bright side. We're here.
We're alive.
We're here.
And there are a lot of people that aren't.
Yeah.
So be grateful.
Be grateful and choose your heart.
Choose your heart.
We thank you guys so much for being with us this season. Did you enjoy it?
I had a lot of fun. I always wish we could do it more because it's like this is.
We just don't have time.
This is the.
Choose your heart.
This is one of the few times Mayor and I get to sit down and talk uninterrupted. So I really enjoy that part of this whole thing. It is a lot of production to do, but I do miss doing this because this is the only chance we really get to sit down with nothing else around except you guys.
Yeah.
To talk. So
you guys, the cameras.
the cameras, yeah. I mean, yeah. Y'all witnessing what we talk about.
The two people that watch it, me
Right.
and my mom.
Right.
And
right.
three, Leslie.
And Leslie watch, yes, yeah. So this is a great. I love the fact that we get to do this. I hope that we can figure out a way to continue to do this without it having being a quote unquote podcast, but it's a lot of fun. So
Wait, I don't understand. How are we gonna do it if it's not a podcast?
I don't know. I really like it. It's fun.
It is fun, and I wish that we were sitting at a table with food and champagne.
Oh, I was gonna say with alcohol, yeah.
Oh, well, I do. I have a little Irish cream in here.
Irish cream.
That's the only time don't ever do that. Well, thank you guys. Season 2 of Unequally Yoked. We are still unequally yoked around these parts in the 20s of the 20s.
You know we're unequally yoked whenever she gives me a Texans hat that's already in my office, which is also a losing team, as a reward.
There it is.
Go
Not
Texans.
my fault. Go Texans.
Go Texans.
You guys have a happy holidays. A great and prosperous new year.
Yes.
I feel good and great things coming for all of us.
Yes.
Choose your heart, make your vision board, and you know what? Make it happen.
Just do it.
Just do it. Change the mindset. Make it happen.
And
Have a happy holidays, honey.
you too. We're gonna have a great holiday.
Because it's just gonna be us.